Sports on Trust Television. This is where we talk about everything sport. We go 360 on sports. And of course, we're starting the program this morning and a little bit of mixed reactions because of what happened between the Flamingos yesterday and the Colombian team in the Under-17 Women's World Cup in India, Goa precisely. And we saw what happened, though we've gotten a lot of reactions, you know, from prominent people in the world of sports and also Nigerians who have been wishing the girls well. But right now they have failed to qualify to play the finals in the Under-17 Women's World Cup. World Cup. They met Germany, and it was a 2-1 encounter at the end of the playoff, and that's what's going to happen again. They have to face Germany, and for the third place match which will be played on the 30th of October 2022, and then that will be a nut to crack because Germany was in action with Spain yesterday. They are the defending champions, and it was really a hard one for Germany, as the Spain brought out everything they had to actually do what they can to get to the finals again, just like they did the last time. And yes, pretty much that's what happened yesterday, and that's what brought about the mixed reactions. We also take a look at the National Sports Festival. The days are drawing close, and the touch of unity is going around. The first person to receive it was the president, and then it has come to the FCT, where the FCT Minister of State, that is Roberto Aliyu, received the touch of unity. And she's saying that it will promote peace amongst Nigerians, because sports is all about bringing people together, and that's what the National Sports Festival will do. So let's join our guests. We have a guest in the studio this morning, although he will be joining us virtually. We have Nazir Jamajo, and of course we'll be talking about sports with him this morning. Good morning to you, Nazir.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, Nazir, I started this week saying that the sport 360 starting with a mixed reaction this morning, because we threw all of our weight, we supported, yes, and it's so very unfortunate that the Flamingos will not be going into the finals of the Under-17 Women's World Cup. What would you say went wrong yesterday?
Yeah, I think first of all, what happened with the Flamingos yesterday, they started the game since from the blast of the whistle, the start of the game. They defended up until the end of that game. I think that was the start of how things went wrong. You can't defend continuously in a crucial game like this. In the last game they played against the United States of America, one of the crucial games I think that they have played. Really fantastic. They actually played a bit better in that game. They attacked their opponents. You know, they went all out for it. They wanted it all. But yesterday, it was a different game, a different approach, and they defended continuously in that game. I was really surprised to see them defending continuously. Like, you can't defend in such kind of crucial games. Sometimes you need to take the game to your opponents, and then you will get to see the best out of you. We've seen, you know, the attacking exploits of this team. That's why they went to the semi-finals of a big tournament like this, the Women's World Cup. And then after that, when it comes to the semi-finals, then you go there and defend. You can't defend continuously in such kind of games. I think that is where the coach got it wrong. And then when you look at it, when the game went to the penalties, they lack leaders in the team that would approach those senior players and tell them that, look, we can do it. We can do it. It is the penalties you. They lack those leaders. They weren't those.
Okay, we lost the sound there, but we'll connect to you again, Nazir, if you can hear us. And of course, we were talking about the National Sports Festival, which will be in November. And yes, analysis on that. So Delta is ready to receive all of the sporting teams that will be hitting Delta State for the National Sports Festival. But let's get back to Nazir again. We're talking about the Flamingos. Nazir, you can go ahead. I think the network was trying to play it smart, but good to have you back again.
Yes, I think it wasn't, it isn't easy, looking at how the network it is. But talking about the Super Falcons of Nigeria, the Flamingos of Nigeria, as I was saying yesterday, they defended from the blast of the whistle, that is the start of the game, up until the end of it, up until the end of the 90 minutes, up until the end of the extra 30 minutes that were added, and then the penalties. They lack those leaders when it comes to the penalties that will lead the team and tell the girls that, look, we can do it. We are a team. Come together and do what is expected exactly from us. You will score this penalty, you score that penalty, the goalkeeper, you save that. And I don't understand the logic that the coach actually used in that game. Deleting the first choice goalkeeper and bringing the second goalkeeper who couldn't save a single penalty from those Colombians. It was just a single penalty that was hit by one of the players right there in the Colombian national team up to the goalkeeper. But the goalkeeper couldn't save anything out of that. It is embarrassing. I wasn't happy seriously what happened yesterday with the Flamingos. I wanted them to be the first team to go ahead and be in the finals of a big competition like this. It is a big blow for them. The girls showed a lot of things in this competition. They deserve to be in the final, but unfortunately they couldn't go there. And I think the coach got a lot of things wrong yesterday. Like earlier, since from the start of the blast of it, they were defending continuously. You can't defend. So that is exactly what happened.
Okay, now you've pointed out some of the things that went wrong yesterday, and of course we are meeting Germany for the third place match on the 30th of October, and we need to prepare. We met them the first time, it was 2-1. And Germany, when you talk about women's under 17 football, of course, they're a team to contend with. What do you anticipate? What do you think we should do getting into the third place match come 30th?
First of all, like the way team performed against the United States of America when we played in the last round, taking of the quarterfinals of the tournament before yesterday playing the semi-finals. You need to approach a game with your certain ways that look, we are going there, we are going into the game to go there.
Okay, sound issues there, but we connect to you again. But let's take a look at other sports aside the Flamingos. Of course, we'll be waiting for them on the 30th, praying fervently because that's what we can do right now. And through all of the sports, the new interim management committee, and of course the NFF, the newly elected executives of the NFF, will do everything that they can. That these girls get all of the comfort, all of the support that they can get to win the third place match and make Nigeria proud. And away from that, let's take a look at the women's race that will be happening very soon in Lagos. Let's say prominent women in the corporate world will be coming out. And one woman, of course, that has made her plans, he has just come to say that I will be participating is, Nigeria's champion, Deborah Pam from Jos. She's throwing a weight to that, and she's saying that she will return for Lagos Marathon. Nazir, can you join us again? Are you there? Okay, so
Yes.
what would you say? What would you say? Going forward for this, the Flamingos, they're meeting Germany. Do you think we're going to win this match, come 30th?
Yes, I think there's, teams from Nigeria will always win their matches. That is exactly, the hope and confidence that I've got when it comes to the national teams that we have got in this country. I have, nothing against them. I am seriously confident that, since we cannot get the trophy, so why not manage the third place? First of all, I think the thing that the coach needs to get right at this moment when it comes to playing in this game against Germany is for the team to concentrate more and then get to bring out better ideas, not like what happened yesterday against the Colombian side. We need to go against them. We need to attack them, not to defend. We need to go there with the mindset that we are there to win the game, not to defend from the start of the game up to up until the end of it. We need to bring in new game plans into the team. Football has evolved. Football has changed. It is the modern day football that we are using. We can't defend for 90 minutes and think that, yes, we can win a game. So we need to go there with the mindset that we are here to attack our opponents and we are here to score goals and we are here to win matches. I think that is exactly what the coach should do in the first place. If you cannot get the first place, then why not manage the third place? We need to win. Yeah, the win is going to be very important, especially for the confidence of the girls, because they have showed a lot of things in this tournament. They have tried so much very well in this tournament. We can only praise them in this tournament. They have done excellently well, quite very well, I think.
Okay, so away from the Flamingos, of course, we wish them all the best. Away from the Flamingos, the NSF, that's the National Sports Festival for 2022, of course, is gathering a lot of momentum right now. The touch of unity is going round. Remember that started, in the Olympics a long time ago. It first started with the president, receiving it, and now the Minister for State received it on behalf of the FCT administration. Now, getting into the National Sports Festival, we hosted one here in Abuja 2 years ago, and now it's time for the Deltans to actually hold one. What do you expect to see moving into the National Sports Festival? I mean, the preparations and, of course, a preparedness of the teams when the competition starts next month.
Yeah, the most important thing, like you have said, is the preparation. The preparation has to be top notch if you are to host a lot of states, coming there. I was part of this sports festival, I think 2 or 3 years ago back. I think it was in 2018, if I can remember. We went to I think, which state did you went to? I think it was Ilorin that hosted the tournament right there, and the preparation was top notch. Everything was top class. Everything was just there. Everything was spot on. I think the preparation, when the preparation is top notch, then everything in the competition, the organization, every stuff is going to be top class, which is very, very important. You are hosting a lot of states. Even for you to paint the image of you being a very good state is very important. So I think that is going to play a very big role in trying to see what the Delta State can do right there. Like you have said, Abuja has hosted also. They have done very, very well. And right now it is their turn also. They might never know what is going to go and come. So if they do it very well, maybe next time when they are looking for somebody that is going to host it, sometimes there is things to happen, and at some point we will be looking at emergency states that will host such kind of things. If you do well, then definitely they will get back to you and give you another chance. I think Ilorin has hosted this kind of tournament for like 4 to 5 or 6 years straight, I think, if I'm mistaken. So whatever does well is doing it for themselves. If they prepare very well, they organize everything top class, the report goes back to the government and it is first class that they did very well, then it's going to be a very good one for them. Maybe next time they will call upon them to come and do exactly what they do. The preparation is very, very vital. You prepare very, very well, and then you see what you can do, and then a lot of people will praise you.
I hope so. I hope we put all of the preparations in top notch, so we see lots of actions from the different sports. I think the National Sports Festival is where we get to see other sports shine aside the football, which everybody from every nook and cranny, can relate with. But aside that, let's move on to the Lagos women's race. Elite women in the corporate world will be coming out to partake in this race, and one woman who has done very well in the world of athlete is Deborah Pam. She's saying that she's coming all out for the Lagos women race. Now let's take a look at women in general, coming out for this race. Do you think we should have this often where we have women, maybe middle-aged women, couple women who do not really have a lot of things doing, create this kind of tournament more so we can see, these women partake in sporting activities?
Yeah, it is very important. I think it is very, very important. Some of them will tell you there are this kind of stories of them starting from such kind of tournaments that people don't take serious. And at the end of the day, they'll go very high, very high. Like you have said, this athlete who has done fantastically well in Deborah, and she is participating in this one. I think this will attract a lot of people's attention that a small tournament like this, for her to be participating, is going to be something that people put their eyes on very, very well. At some point, organizing this kind of tournaments will make you recognize the kind of hidden talents that you have put in the society, in the community. It will give you that chance, and some people, most especially the young ones, start from there. They participate in such kind of tournaments, and then some people will get to see the talents that they have got, and they will get to assist them and help them in doing a lot of things. Just like we just finished talking about the National Sport Festival, which is also very, very important. The recognized talents that are hidden over there. Then such kind of things will help in helping so many people. People get to recognize what they can do, deep down, and then we get to see where it goes. I think this is a very good one, a very, very good one, especially for women, whom a lot of people don't rate when it comes to sports. And for her to be doing very well is a big motivation for the women to also come on and participate in such kind of sports.
Okay, talking about more on Deborah. Deborah finished in 2019 as a second runner-up to Kenyans Karen. Kenyans, when you talk about athletes and, on the track events, they come top-notch in Africa. But away from the shores of Nigeria and, of course, Africa, let's take a look at games that were played yesterday. Lots of actions, lot of unexpected turnout of events for clubs. Let's talk about Inter Milan and, of course, Barcelona. That game came as a shocker for a lot of people. But let's take a look at the table first. Ajax and Liverpool were in action yesterday. It ended 3-0 in favor of Liverpool. And then Napoli and Rangers 3-0 in favor of Napoli and Club Brugge. FC Porto, they slugged it out yesterday. On the pitch, it was 4-0 at the end of the match in favor of FC Porto. And Atletico Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen, of course, it was a draw, 2-2 at the end of the match. And then Inter Milan and Victoria Pleasant, 4-0. And Barcelona, Bayern Munich, it was 3-0 in favor of Bayern Munich. Frankfurt and Marseille were in action 2-1 in favor of Frankfurt. Tottenham Hotspur and Sporting Lisbon played a draw. It was 1-1 at the end of the match. And then we look at the qualified club for Champions League right now. As it stands, qualified clubs are now not up to 16 yet, because we're expecting 16 clubs to get to the last round of 16. But Real Madrid has qualified, Manchester City has qualified, Napoli, Bayern Munich, Club Brugge, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Benfica, Borussia Dortmund, Inter Milan, Porto and Liverpool have all qualified for the Champions League. And then there are matches to be played. We'll get to find out if other clubs will make up this round of 16. But let's take a look at what happened yesterday. Inter Milan, was secured their place in the Champions League knockout stage, and then sent Barcelona, they're in the same group, and they sent Barcelona to the Europa, which a lot of people have said that, yes, I think we should have Barcelona in the Europa. It's been a long time coming, and it was maybe like, a knockout for most Barcelona players. I know Barcelona has been struggling with financial issues lately, but what do you think about the, this turnout of events in the Champions League yesterday?
What happened in those games. For Barcelona, like you have just said, I think it is very, very embarrassing, considering the amount of money those guys spend in bringing in top-class players. Robert Lewandowski, who has done a lot at Bayern Munich, and who is a very fantastic talent from Brazil, and Leeds United, and also Ousmane Dembele has been firing this season. The hype at the start of the season has been, up there, that Barcelona are going to do something in the Champions League this year. And looking at their financial crisis at the club at the moment, which before the start of the season, they went to UEFA and said that, look, guys, we are confident that we are going to make it into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So please give us our payment upfront so that we can use it in some aspect, in some areas, and come over a lot of things that is happening at the club at the moment. UEFA said, no, we are not giving you such kind of money until you make it there. And right now, they are already out in the group stages of the competition. It is very, very embarrassing for a club who has sacrificed his soul for a manager who is not ready to lead the club into the right direction. I think Xavi, we need to bring Xavi also into this composition. He has done absolutely very awful for Barcelona in the Champions League. 7 games and he has won only 1. And the 1 win is against Victoria Pleasant. It is embarrassing. A club like Barcelona needs to compete in such kind of competitions, especially the Champions League. Not taking away anything from them in the La Liga. They have done very, very well this season. They have only lost to Real Madrid, and they have only conceded 4 goals, 3 against Real Madrid and 1 this one opening that I cannot remember. Barcelona are in crisis at the moment, seriously. And in the Europa League, if they go there, I think when they play, I don't even see them winning the Europa League. I seriously don't see them winning the Europa League because things are seriously difficult at the moment. Like I've just earlier said, they have signed a lot of players, from so many big clubs, like so many things. Julius Conde has come into the club, he has not helped anything. So Joan Laporta has done a lot for this club, but at the moment things are not working the right way. Like he has just said yesterday, when rebuilding a club, ups and downs like this happen. But I think this is not acceptable. If it was Real Madrid would not accept anything like this for them to sacrifice their soul for a manager that cannot take them into the round of 16 of Champions League. It is never going to happen at Real Madrid. Barcelona in crisis at the moment, they are in a very difficult situation. And also Ajax and Liverpool, like we just mentioned their result, it was a very good game right there yesterday. And one thing I took away from that game is that the performance of Darwin Núñez, who has been, in and out of the team. He has been a combination of pleasure and pain this season for Liverpool, whom they actually signed after selling out Sadio Mane. He has been doing very, very well. In the last couple of games, he has scored 2 big headers against against West Ham United and Ajax yesterday also, and you can see the danger. I think the combination of Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah up front is going to give Liverpool a lot of goals this season. Yesterday we also saw Mo Salah scoring a goal for Liverpool during the game, and after the introduction of Darwin Núñez, we saw how his creative ability showed. The goal he assisted Harvey Elliott, who scored for Liverpool. I think it is a very good one for them in a very difficult season. Like Jurgen Klopp has said, this is a very big achievement for them to make it into the round of 16 of the Champions League. It is a very big one, no doubt about that.
Okay, so Barcelona, getting back to Barcelona again, I know they have financial problems. Of course, we pointed that out, and it's clear that they have financial problems. The January transfer window is by the corner, and we know that Javier Hernandez will be at the club for the rest of the season. Of course, that's what his contract says, and 2 more seasons. Do you think that, with this kind of performance, he's going to have his job till the end of the contract?
I don't think so. If you are a big club, no matter who the person is in charge at the club, that is why I like Real Madrid. They don't have any culture, they don't have any system, they don't have anything. The only thing they have is to win. We are going to win this game. If you don't win it, you are not doing the right thing. We sack you and we bring whoever it is that is going to do exactly what we want from him. That is why I like Real Madrid. They don't follow any patterns. They don't follow anything. The only culture they know and language they know is to win. That is the difference between Real Madrid and every other club. At Barcelona, it might be acceptable and they might be lenient on Xavi because he is one of them. He has been part of the club for quite a lot of years, and they wouldn't want such kind of a good relationship to end in such kind of way for them to sack a football person who is very well known at Barcelona and in Spain entirely. I think it is a very difficult situation at the moment, a very difficult decision for Joan Laporta to make. But I don't really, as a big club, this is not acceptable for us to drop into the Europa League, and then, when you look at the amount of things that they have sacrificed for, the coach during the summer, because he has had a lot of conversations with the president of the club, talking of Joan Laporta, to bring in those players, and the players have come in and then we are not doing well. It is absolutely unacceptable. If it were Real Madrid, I would tell you the manager would have been signed by now. But it is Barcelona, anything might be possible. But I don't really expect Xavi to continue like this. Considering the form that Barcelona into in the La Liga, yes, they are doing very well. But they should be doing better also on the continental tournaments.
All right. Thank you very much, Azir. I'm sorry we have to go now because we are out of time. But thank you so much for the analysis and being a part of 360 Sport on Trust Television today.
You're welcome.
All right, and we call it a goodbye now. We're drawing the curtains now. Of course, we are drawing the curtains. My name is Martia Umar. Remember that you can follow us for more updates. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course, all our social media platforms for more sporting updates and all other updates on Trust Television. Bye again.